My name is James Jesus Come for Heaven number 2. Now, last night was the final night of Will We Rise. So let's address this. Will We Rise was a great mini saga, and I think you all should probably check that shit out. Go to Videos on Demand, go to abc.com or whatever, and watch it, stream it, do whatever it is. I don't really work technology very well. I fight with the cable system all the time, all day, every day. So, apparently these new single cable boxes specifically go directly to high definition channels. I just want to find my regular channels because I can't remember the high definition channels. But anyway, you know, I think you guys ought to, check it out. And we're going to talk about it right now. So basically, it's about gay rights, about gay marriages, about gay civilization, and stuff like that. Well, so it kind of depends on how you want to look at it. It's really it's an interesting show. It shows some really violent stuff towards gay people, man, and it kind of made me ashamed to be straight. I'm like, God damn, we do this to people? We really chastise people. We really attack people. We really beat people up because of something so small. So, as I was saying, when we look at stuff like this, it's kind of like when you watch movies about the KKK and what they've done to black people, or old school westerns when they depict Native Americans as the bad guys, and when you really think about it, kind of weren't, because this was their place first, and my white ancestors and my black ancestors kind of just like, fuck y'all, we're here, we're taking over, fuck you, we're gonna just do what we want. And that's pretty much how America was formed. That's basically the gist of it. And they always depicted the Native Americans out as murderers, rapists, and pillagers. But if the shoes was reversed and they came here and we were already here, we would probably be the same way. The world probably would have worked out a little bit different for them. But it is what it is. And so I'm watching this stuff, and I noticed that they didn't readdress the transgender Asian man, woman. I don't really know how to say this without being like completely incorrect. Well, anyway, they attacked her in the doorway of her house, which is the scene that really like disturbed me the most. And like, women generally walk around with something sarcastic to say. I don't know why these dudes attacked her or whatever. I'm probably gonna have to watch the whole thing again. But it was it was really fucked up for these people to do this shit. And then I'm like, well, if they're attacking her, if she's transgender, they're gonna really get a big old problem when they get down there. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching this show, and I clearly missed, I think, the first episode. I know I watched it from the second episode all the way through, and I didn't miss the last 3 episodes or whatever. I think it was only 4 episodes. I'm not gonna swear to it because I don't remember Monday. Monday I remember I was watching wrestling, and I don't really remember what happened on that either. But in in effect, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with society when we can't just leave people alone? We can't let people live their lives for who they are and accept them for who they are and what they want to be. And this brings me back to while I was watching this. I was on here on Facebook dealing with X-Men fans. I'm one of the members of X-Fan on Facebook or whatever. And apparently I've joined a site that was 25% gay. Okay, so what's the problem? It was like, I'm sure you guys are thinking, you're talking about a website that has 25% gay members on there. Let me show you what defines us. We're on here for one medicinal purpose. And I put a video about this because it pissed me off that someone had the balls to say something inappropriate to someone because they were gay. We're X-Men fans. Got it? That's what we talk about on there. We talk about X-Men. We talk about our good times, our great memories, and our bad times, and our bad memories. About the X-Men and how the X-Men comics have helped us through life. Alright? If it wasn't for those comics right there, I probably would have committed suicide a long time ago. Because just like the X-Men, I'm living in a world where people either hate me or they fear me because they don't understand me. And what they don't understand is that I'm normal. I'm just mixed. You know, I'm part Native American, I'm part black, I'm part white. And that has been an issue all through school and when it comes to getting jobs. And I know this is like a little bit off the subject, but it's on the subject at the same time because I did a video about that before, where people are like chewing out gay people. I met a lot of gay friends on there in that day. I met a lot of gay friends. They probably added me, and hopefully they're watching this video right now. And I'm sitting and I'm like, this is humanity. This is the country that I put dog tags on to serve. America, my home, is the most racist and prejudiced country in the world that I have known of, because I've only been to Canada. And you know, it when I when I look at us and I'm like, God, you know, when I went to Canada, it wasn't, hey, Yankee, American, go home. Hey, half breed. Hey, nigger. It was none of that. It was like, hey, how are you? What's your name? I'm James Williams Jr. Cool. Are you mixed? That's generally the one thing people always ask me. They seem to kind of get worried about that. I'll make a video about that too. But most people, they don't know what I am. So they get a little nervous when they ask, like, yeah, you got a strange look to you, fella. Uh, can I ask you a question? Like, yes, I'm mixed. I said, how do you know? I said, you have no idea how many times I get this. Getting on that later. So I'm watching this stuff, you know, and one of the reasons why I became an X-Men fan, it wasn't because I was gay, it was because I don't fit in. And I'm not gay. I love women. I love vagina sandwiches. If I was a woman, I'd be a lesbian. And I would be Jubilee or Asian Psylocke. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and, you know, we're talking. And this guy on there, he's gay. He's been gay since he was a little kid. He's been through it all. I'm like, damn, man, I understand how you feel. There's a gay X-Man. For those who don't know, North Star from Alpha Flight is is uh is gay, and he's married to a black man who's also gay. I don't know if his partner is a mutant or not, but also this is probably no longer candid because of the simple fact that I stopped reading them in 2008. I think in 2013 or so they made that, and like I said, I just refused to pick up another X-Men comic because they deviated from how I liked the way the story was going from the 90s, and then it just went like so far to the left that I was like, no, I'll just pick them up when they do milestone stories like Onslaught or another Extinction Agenda or like what they're doing now with the Inhumans versus the X-Men. So other than that, I'm not going to be picking up any more X-Men, and they're my favorite comics, so that's what really, really roots me up right here. And not that Marvel doesn't have other comics that I like, because I love Captain America, and, you know, a lot of other stuff, but I can't, I can't really see myself reading Marvel comics anymore. I'll watch the cartoons. I'll still support Marvel the best I can, and if they want to give me a job as an actor on their show, I will gladly take it. But as far as me reading and investing more money into it, if the story somehow managed, like, if they like gave me a job and let me pick up from the 90s 616 and bring the 616 somehow magically back and let me have creative control and write it the way I want to write it, and hopefully people who like it will agree, then I would start buying them again. But that's just not gonna happen. I can dream, but that's more of a pipe dream. I got a better chance of actually being on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. than Marvel giving me a job writing their stories. So, moving back on to the subject, I'm watching We Rise, and I'm thinking, God, man, we we all need to just sit back and get to know someone gay. That's what we need to do, so we can see their perspective, so we can see their point of view. The only difference between a gay person and a straight person is that they just love same-sex people. Other than that, they're pretty normal, you know. And then when We Rise brought up the AIDS epidemic, it brought up being a foster father losing the child because he had HIV, and it was just, they did awful shit to these people, just damn right awful shit. And I'm gonna close with this so I can make my other video. about racism, racist stuff. But I want to close with this because it's very important. I don't think your parents' gender has a fucking thing to do with how they raise you to be a good person. My father wasn't prejudiced. My father wasn't racist. In fact, my father was a man who loved all people. He loved white people. He loved black people. He loved Asian people. He loved Native American people, but of course he would have to because he's part Native American. Now, we never got to go to his grandmother's reservation of Powhite, or Powhite, Powhite. I don't know how to say it, alright? So we never got to go there because he passed away. And I will do a special on him sometime between now and the day that he died. Um, but for sure, you know, he was not a racist or prejudiced person. And let me make sure you guys understand it. The difference between racism and prejudice. Racism is when you purely just hate someone because of the color of their skin. That's it. Or their ethnic background. Or their nationality. Whatever one suits you, that's racism. Prejudice is when you just hate people because of their indifference to you. If a handicapped person gets the job that you've been fighting for like 2 years and they roll in and they're overly qualified and they're black, but you don't care that they're black because you're black and you say, I hate that handicapped motherfucker. He took my damn job and I've been working at this company for 20 years and I finally get this chance to get this promotion and they roll this bastard in there. That is prejudice. Or you hate someone who's like Forrest Gump slow, or even worse, mentally retarded, or even worse, they're disfigured, or they're an amputee, or some shit like that. You're prejudiced, you know. And if I'm wrong, then you can post the damn definitions of racism and prejudice right there. But I've been through enough racism, so I know what the fuck that means. But you know, you guys ought to really check out When We Rise. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. To any person of the alternative lifestyle that I have offended, or the LBGTQ, I'm totally fucking it up. The alternative lifestyle, if you're gay or lesbian or bi or transgender, like I said, I'm totally fucking it up. I'm behind you guys. I support you and everything. I'm not like in your class or in your clan, but you know, I do support you. I have people that I know that live that lifestyle. I'm 1,000% straight. You know, I still support them, and I really support lesbians. Good Lord, I almost got my ass kicked by a lesbian once. I'll tell you that story one day. It was back in my 20s when I was working at the movie theater downtown. But anyway, it was a salt and pepper crime. Anyway, I'm James P. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Be seeing you.